Hello, I'm Hat, and welcome to All Hat No Cattle, AHNC for short. Recently, we've seen the resolution of the second criminal trial at the heart of a disgusting scandal revolving around Dr. Larry Nassar, former team physician for the U.S. Women's Olympic Gymnastics team and sports medicine doctor at Michigan State University. Nassar has been sentenced to between 40 and 175 years for sexually assaulting over 150 women and girls while supposedly treating them for sports injuries by using a sexually invasive technique. What's even worse, it has come to light the U.S. Olympic Gymnastics Governing Board knew of these allegations in the summer of 2015, yet did nothing to stop Nassar's abuse of women at his other job at Michigan State, even though the U.S. Gymnastics Board fired Nassar at that time. The U.S. Olympic Committee, which oversees the Olympic gymnastics program, has demanded the resignation of the entire U.S. Gymnastics Board. MSU is also undergoing a much-needed shakeup of personnel. Ironically, Dr. Nassar's sexual assault proclivities were first reported by an MSU student in 2014, but he was cleared of any wrongdoing by both campus police and state Title IX investigators, and even greater irony when you think about the countless male students in this country who have been railroaded by Title IX kangaroo courts since the infamous Dear Colleague letter was sent out in April of 2011. Nassar preyed on girls at MSU for another 5 years before he was arrested in September 2016. In the wake of this horror show, one must wonder what other trusted adults are violating children under the guise of helping them perform. Nowhere is this more prevalent than Hollywood. The sexual abuse of child entertainers has been documented off and on since the now well-known exploitation of Judy Garland by her studio, beginning when she was young, some 70 years ago. However, in recent years, the only alleged victim who has come forward who's gained any sort of traction is Corey Feldman, and through him, Corey's late friend Corey Haim. Haim committed suicide in March of 2010, possibly due in part to the after effects of his alleged abuse. Along these lines, Milo Yiannopoulos has a book coming out this year, supposedly naming many Hollywood victims and victimizers. This book could blow the lid off recent industry crimes against minors. With that in mind, one must ask, where is the next child sex abuse scandal coming from? Where else are these horrible crimes happening? That's where I'm going with this. I just came across an article in the Australian newspaper, The Daily Telegraph, which puts a spotlight on a section of the entertainment industry I doubt any of you would have considered before now, a circus school. What follows is verbatim and without comment. No witticisms or snarky bon mots, just the facts as laid out in the article. With that said, let's get to it. Blue Mountain Circus School trainers charged with sadistic sex abuse of 3 boys under 8. 4 members of an alleged ring involved in a Blue Mountains circus training school charged with the systematic and sadistic sexual abuse of 3 young boys under the age of 8 have pleaded not guilty in court. The pleas follow revelations police had questioned them over the allegations in September last year. Court documents obtained by the Daily Telegraph, filed in the Penrith local court, reveal the depraved abuse police allege they perpetrated. 2 of the accused allegedly had sexual intercourse with 2 underage boys. One of the accused allegedly incited the 2 boys to have sex with each other. Police also allege the boys were deprived of their liberty before the alleged sexual offenses. Police will allege the abuse occurred between 2014 and 2016. 3 women, aged 58, 29, and 26, and a 52-year-old man, who could not be named for legal reasons, chose not to face the court today, instead leaving it up to their lawyer Brian Wrench to enter not guilty pleas to all 69 charges of sexual abuse laid against them. My first application today is that I would like it specifically noted that we are entering pleas of not guilty for all sequences in all matters, Mr. Wrench told the court. They, the accused, simply say we didn't do this and there is another side to this story that is being portrayed by the police and in the media. All of the people charged have connections to the Circus Training School. The Circus Training School offers all ages classes in juggling, aerial, and unicycles and describes itself on its website as a family-friendly environment. Detectives from the Child Abuse and Sex Crime Squad established Strike Force Baylieu in July 2017 to investigate reports of sexual and physical abuse of 3 boys. After an extensive investigation, detectives arrested the 4 defendants who appeared in court today at homes in Katoomba, Canterbury, and Wentworthville. Here's a picture from the school's Facebook page showing what, in my opinion, please allow me this one comment, is a very bare-bones aerial training room. 3 of the accused hail from Katoomba and include a 58-year-old woman who is facing 43 charges, including aggravated sexual assault of a child under 10, sexual intercourse with a child under 10, and aggravated kidnapping. Police charged the 52-year-old man, who is believed to be related to her, with 3 counts of aggravated sexual assault in company, child under 10, male child abuse material, and use of a child under 14 to make child abuse material, while the 26-year-old woman has been charged with 13 offenses, including aggravated sex assault in company and detaining for advantage. The 4th accused, a 29-year-old Canterbury woman, has been charged with 5 counts of aggravated sexual assault in company, depriving liberty, and 3 charges of common assault. All 4 did not apply for bail, and it was formally refused by Magistrate Stephen Corey at Penrith Local Court, with Mr. Wrench indicating he will make an application on his defendant's behalf later this month. We are seeking that based on those pleas, and based on that they were aware of allegations in September last year while at liberty, we are seeking the matter be put over for a release application on 16 February, Mr. Wrench said in court. The matter will return to Penrith Local Court tomorrow for a hearing on whether a permanent non-publication order will be made, preventing the publication of the names of the 4 co-accused. Nestled among a canopy of trees in the Blue Mountains, which I believe is about 60 miles west of Melbourne, the corrugated roof warehouse lays deserted and weather-beaten, but behind its walls, police allege 3 young boys were subjected to 2 years of sadistic sexual abuse by a circus ring. The corrugated roof of the dilapidated brick warehouse pokes out among the trees in the Blue Mountains. There's a picture of the warehouse. Accessed down a steep concrete drive, the building lays eerily silent. For a circus school, it is decidedly low-key. Neighbors there said the business held classes for disabled children, many with Down syndrome. A meshed security door has been pried open, behind it a green side door, its paint flaking off. Inside a screened window, various items which appear to be arts and craft objects lay scattered on a workbench. There are play areas for children and handmade clay pots and materials for arts and craft. At the back of the property is a corrugated shed under which several bicycles are parked. Another rusted child cycle stands upright next to a tree. Neighbors told of seeing children come and go, of hearing them playing day and night at the building, but until today had no idea of what was allegedly going on behind its doors. Police will allege that for 2 years inside its walls, members of an alleged ring circus training school engaged in the systematic and sadistic sexual abuse of 3 young boys under the age of 8. Yesterday, 4 people were arrested and charged with dozens of offenses relating to the alleged child sexual and physical abuse. It is alleged the victims were 3 boys under the age of 8 and that the abuse took place between 2014 and 2016. There you have it. The only good news here so far is that all the defendants have been held without bail. I hope justice is swift and comprehensive. I plan to follow this case as it winds its way through the Australian court system and give relevant updates as they come. My only wish, aside from convictions across the board for these people, is that this disgusting piece of news will light a spark and renew close examination of what can happen to children when they are given up by, at times, well-meaning parents to the clutches of those who promise a path to fame, but instead lead these minors to a dark passage of pain and misery. I don't have children, but I can't think of anything a parent would find more important than keeping their kids safe. Let me know what you think about that, or this case in general, especially the parents among you. That's it for this video. I appreciate your coming to the channel and hopefully engaging in the comments section below. Until next time, be well, and, as always, thank you for your attention.